For the growing Bhutanese diaspora in Australia, October 2024 remains a moment of rare significance. It was the time when anticipation turned into lasting joy.
Well, ever since the announcement was made about the royal visit, every Bhutanese, including the youth, were extremely excited because they felt that this would be a good opportunity for them to see His Majesty in person and listen to his royal address.
National Timi, Marangi Masenyam Rutumi Sigara, Macharanga Rimbuchi Jendose, same God you Shinila.
Close to 30,000 Bhutanese live and work in various cities across Australia. Many of them have not had a chance to visit home since they arrived. Having their Majesties travel across hemispheres with the royal children to meet them was not just special, it was deeply emotional. Amidst the struggle of juggling work, family, and new beginnings in a foreign land, their Majesty's presence brought a deep sense of comfort and reassurance. It was a gentle embrace from home. In the span of a week, their Majesties travelled to Sydney, Canberra, and Perth, where Bhutanese gathered in unprecedented numbers to receive their Majesties. Each city felt different in scale but not in spirit. On arrival in Sydney, their Majesties were warmly received on this historic first visit to Australia by Her Excellency the Honourable 𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗶𝗿, Australia's Governor-General. Bhutan and Australia have long shared diplomatic and friendly relations which have grown more meaningful with the growing number of Bhutanese who now call Australia their second home. In Sydney, over 1,000 Bhutanese travelled from nearby cities for the royal audience. Their joy was palpable as they gathered in a convention hall, greeting friends and acquaintances from home while they all awaited the cherished meeting with their Majesties. The meeting was in a true Bhutanese spirit, both inspiring and intimate. It celebrated the bond between a king and his people and forged a stronger connection as His Majesty spoke about Bhutan's vision and plans, a future where every Bhutanese diaspora has a key role to play. His Majesty also introduced the royal children and asked people about their jobs, families, and children.
Sydney 𝗠𝗵𝗶, 𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗶 Sydney member be신다. 산에 타린설레 탐태갈레 라커베르 나토누 라루 가리다디베 토누 라루 남르나 푸디베 토누 레일 가리날레베 토누 이르라 데가르 고도줌보진 제 남에서메 가라 산나 나 𝗢𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗿 나레 삼조치사. So I'm very happy to be gathered here. It's been a long time since I've been wanting to bring my family. And last minute, 𝗔𝗀, my 2 boys, and our youngest daughter also managed to join us on this trip. So it's made this occasion even more special and more memorable for all of us. Ngarakatule di 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗶 matani dundele 𝗀𝗀 ka sumyusa. The tari naongomi ki dunda bomsho di 𝗃𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃. That's the most important thing. It's been a while since we last met, and it's extremely important that we get to have this face-to-face meeting. The 𝗪𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 the 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 the 𝗀𝗃𝗃 the 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 In fact, from all the places that I could have wished for my own people to be based in, I would think that it's Australia, sir. Na namasime gael. The 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 the 𝗀 so the ngara 𝗔𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃.
It was a gathering filled with warmth and love, a coming together of family, united in the unshakable identity of being Bhutanese. And for the few foreigners in the room contracted to help with the event, it was an extraordinary experience to witness such a heartfelt interaction between a king and his people. The royal audience brought not just a message of unity, but of hope and progress too. His Majesty spoke at length about the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 mindfulness city, reminding the diaspora that the vision transcends physical borders and every Bhutanese has a stake in the nation's progress, irrespective of where they are.
Digi background ji dundaji jimajin damra tsagi ki loju isa. The du 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 di 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 se 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 chungu laga jimal. Janghatu tawajin China imal. Lokatu tawajin India imal. The 𝗔𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 chungu laga ji the 𝗔𝗂𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 loju member the longapju dukju yanchin lo jathamba yan ngachi shisogi jable alu pusugi ngoganglu ten totobe gadibe diongase uge gurumbuchigi temba ngawanamgi gi pendi dubi 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 rolu mashoji 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 ngarwala dingdi miseberu ngerang totobe rogi donka donten supchi nga drup in se lap supchi be gadebe jasugase tani sumgi sage lo lamel doro digi juwade ti bodolu zamlingi netang di judube jugale ngachi du 𝗃𝗃𝗃 dubi misisu relevant be gadebe jasuga mose la khachi sumji thonga mose so ngara an sumgi sage yusa the indere beruta 자기기 로주 짬지 member kokapimbal. I see an extraordinary future for us, and I've also repeatedly mentioned about the importance of sovereign prerogative. We're a small country, but we have certain fundamental rights which we can exercise. The ani semka jabe beshimda ngarakatule daben 𝗔𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 chungu lagachiligi midere beru da netang di chachi lejimbe ha gogobese dangachire 𝗔𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 nobdi dansabde bejage indere beru we need to interface with the rest of the world, because if we continue on this trajectory we'll be disconnected. There's every danger that we might remain poor. So 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 ngi khatule diamond strategies se lamidere til the cheregi chachi semka janal ngachi 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 di one country two system be lo jipchu thamba lo khichi di ngaragi bere chashunsa di jable chegi alu nigi alu ngachi gi alu su khadomshimda doro lo khichi one country one system be zon the lo jipchu gi rilu the ngachi migil su den rupel. Now when we have one country two system tatari GMC se labbedoval. It's a special administrative region. I've given executive power, legislative power, and judicial autonomy to 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃.
A team from 𝗀𝗃𝗰𝗴𝗀 Mindfulness City project accompanying His Majesty shared details and updates about the city and answered questions from the audience.
Hello, Bhutan.
Hello, Bhutan.
𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗶𝗿.
𝗧𝗵𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗏.
My name's 𝗪𝗲𝗵𝗲.
And my name is 𝗀𝗃𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃. We are both representing a team from multiple specialists around the world who's been working on GMC projects together.
The world is changing, but Bhutan is so uniquely placed to take advantage of all these changes. But how? Well, 𝗀𝗃𝗰𝗴𝗀 Mindfulness City is in a very unique position to really take advantage of these trends and these changes.
I'm just looking at all the questions we've received so far. We've already have 135 questions in the last 5-10 minutes. So thank you for that.
𝗔𝗂𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 체드 알루수기 둔델레베 마치기 고갑존이기 탑럼스 뗀디베장으로. So please bear with us. I know that you're going to remain here for a couple of more years. Learn as much as possible, sir. Prepare. And when you return home, your contribution will become invaluable to where we want to take Bhutan. 다니수 제자 경고사. 𝗀𝗵𝗲𝗃 전 마디 조금만요. 마디디 고갑토바지 님지레 제드지가 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 But I'll have to leave now. All my love, sir. I'm very proud of you all. 나무라 베드르 베루 제가 아랑아지기 셈카르유사. 된 동거접에 펩들르디 탭지라 셈종말. 찔레단 셈가에 대보다 굿바이 셀러브림단 도로 라지기베 셈종말. Okay, we're going to. It's time to leave.
Their Majesties were also accompanied on this historic visit by the 𝗏𝗍𝗪𝗏 and a small team from the 𝗍𝗏𝗃 who brought sacred relics for the people to view and receive blessings. For many, it was a moment of spiritual reconnection. In Canberra, His Majesty the King was formally received by Prime Minister Anthony Albanese at the Parliament House. A testament to the growing ties between Bhutan and Australia, Bhutan opened its newest diplomatic mission abroad in Canberra. The sunny morning in Canberra carried the warmth of reunion as more than 5,000 Bhutanese from Canberra as well as nearby cities gathered to meet with their Majesties and their Royal Highnesses. With Bhutanese associations and 𝗍𝗵𝗃 volunteering to help manage the event, although briefly, the royal audience felt familiar. It took many Bhutanese on a journey back in time in their homeland, easing the quiet longing that often accompanies life abroad.
Dubdisuna yudi besichi rusim di yara yi sishuni langa cha duge khamnalu tekara ta nalfata nalegi rikzel disucha she indisucha bekara duge khamna jo be chachi kanda shusubigre odam melam yi sishuni.
I was so eager for this event to the extent where I was actually on shift at the Canberra airport that I had left everything that I was doing and ran back downstairs just so I could grace the glimpse of a Bhutanese flag waving out in the airplane.
The royal audience in Canberra happily coincided with the royal wedding anniversary, a sacred opportunity for the diaspora to celebrate the occasion with their Majesties. Amid songs, dances, and cakes, the gathering brimmed with heartfelt emotions, both tender and determined. His Majesty's compassionate acknowledgement of the diaspora's sacrifices and hard work, and the promise of a shared journey towards building a Bhutan where every aspiration finds its place, moved many to tears.
𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗶 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗀 야 𝗔𝗂𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗀 데티멘 야 폐마수버진 같이 나 온디베 제 폐고베사 데 지진다 같이 마피수 다리나 캔버라루 휴베 가토토베 지가 좀 순디기 남에서면 삼조질 제나 뉘미수디 나라기 안에베 다보다 찔레탄 셈가에 찔레탄 파인 밤에서 The same gamidi, jena labe vedu bodolo, you're acquiring invaluable experience, and you're learning every single day while you're here in Australia. Kara samgi machabigi yuntu jacheselebe topdibidol. Anidi shumangaji gyakablu namesame pentonimel. Danilutadi namesame gadibiyul. Everything that you're experiencing and learning, all the skills that you're acquiring is going to be extremely important for the future of our country. 다니좀기 윤티디 잠도토베 토르메톱. The 파미디 제카우제베사. 제나 대버르 셰디베 온 멤버. 다 가라데 랑기 팜빈차 따또차 녜뉴 Alupusugi kada dontadibe naomisa. Some of you all have left your children behind. The laluchidi alupoja, alugi birthday, alugi first day of school, alugi milestone so the video na bebeshem the chiche kadibi aitemaga apatemaga antiki tadoga angigi chitadoga chom gajigo ni se name same phasisibe 아니좀기 로주 고드디 나겸 디비답말 동의 수잡면서 당아치라 에 미시수 아니지 고치데 모세 데랄루 밤빈체 강아깅이베 데야 카다 동의 토마수 데나 뒤베 라지베 다로랑기 핀체스에 야 콜리지널루 칸라탑니세 날레베트루케 abda aye nalibera danzitab so jin chimgi kochesu di chakha chokha chap lalu gari nyobe bemide te chegi nale te toramle tendimber ta ani zumgi te loju goda seme gae seme shume babachere zibe saumesa.
Welcome to 𝗧𝗵𝗶 Mindfulness City.
𝗥𝗵𝗃𝗀 is our Singaporean managing director looking after the finance and wealth management workstream.
Good afternoon, Your Majesty, 𝗪𝗲𝗄𝗏, friends. So I think this SAR, or Special Administrative Region, is something that cannot be underestimated. What Bhutan is doing through GMC for this SAR is really unprecedented in history. No other country anywhere in the history or even currently has ever done something that GMC is doing.
𝗀𝗵𝗄 Mindfulness City semidi Tanjulu city jamchigi lojulap me. It's about International Arbitration Center, finance, all the professional services, zero corruption, agile, adaptive, dynamic, forward-looking, customer first, market sensitive, supported with an eclectic group of people from around the world, the best, the brightest, with strong core values, honest, sincere, loyal. And together we will build GMCs. This is Bhutan. Machara nambi chudigi gyakhabi. 𝗪𝗵𝗱𝗃𝗏𝗀 𝗪𝗏𝗍 마치라 남비 추디기 𝗀𝗽𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗀 시티치 조다게세 젠즈메 조미 마치기디 마루베 종세. Single-use plastic will be banned, electric vehicles, timber, stone, constructed homes where all the raw materials are domestically supported. We will also focus on domestic manufacturing, textiles will be domestic, food will be domestic. Kachilichi beru ngachira nadole khodu bedibe city di zoge ese. So anibisa. So that way we build a catchment area. We build a market by design based on our own terms and conditions, the priorities and the targets that we set. We'll manage it with precision. We will also put guardrails, ring fence it, so that whatever happens within this zone is controlled by us. Kaatope todibe tandabachin ngache 𝗥𝗍𝗃𝗀𝗀. Di nyenka mete. Sahu china lu ten totobe tsudibe ngache gorin tabnis.
We felt very honored, truly happy. We felt truly blessed, not only to grace the current King of Bhutan, the future King of Bhutan, to have graced all the royal family. I feel truly blessed.
It was a very emotional and a very blissful day for us, in all the Bhutanese in Canberra. So I felt very emotional. It was just so amazing to have their Majesties here.
𝗪𝗏𝗱𝗃𝗏𝗀
다 같이 ꗀ𝗶𝗶𝗶 𝗀𝗽𝗲𝗰𝗂𝗺𝗏𝗀 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. So if anything ever happens to me also, I know that this vision will blossom. I know that nothing will stand between us, because every single Bhutanese on this planet carries that seed which is germinating, carries that vision along. And in my absence, I know that you will take it forward. So 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗀 mara so the 𝗧𝗵𝗂𝗀𝗀 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 machu-machi maragi 𝗀𝗵𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃 maradi 𝗧𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗃. I will do everything possible. In my absence, you all will take it forward, sir. So 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗃 only one road ahead of us, and we will take on anything that comes along our way, sir. Nothing will stop us. To 𝗀𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗃 𝗀𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃, all my love, sir. I might leave tomorrow or day after tomorrow for Perth. There are more Bhutanese I have to meet there. But I want you to know that I leave behind a piece of me, sir, a piece of my heart, along with you and your family, sir. So namaste kariche, sir. Thank you very much. Ngajigi chinlap yere maye.
While in Canberra, His Majesty also visited the Canberra City Planning and Development Office and viewed a presentation on the development of Canberra as a federal capital city and met with business leaders and friends of Bhutan. Perth, as the home to the largest Bhutanese community outside Bhutan, felt like the heart of the royal visit. An overwhelming number of Bhutanese gathered to meet their Majesties, overflowing the stadium's capacity and extending the celebrations over 2 days. Listening to His Majesty's vision for Bhutan was a reminder to the thousands gathered that they remain part of the fabric of Bhutan's growth. It was a king's assurance that no matter how far and long they may travel, Bhutan and its future are always within reach.
Jitinda ngache alusu the kaira na Australia lu ongomigi tenda zodera ngache drup pogeda amsu alupususu 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃. Pa Sydney lu jobe pae ngache namasame gatutube jiga zomsuchil the truth de beshim the Canberra the drup mashuchira na Perth lu yusindigi na wisa. Ngache misisu the namasame sanla dunja ge hama ngache na 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 lera the che tadibeni gutsuil the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 ngache gi shesa na lu de supe tontralhap the 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 se volunteers 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗃𝗃 the laluchi kap kola kapne rachu 𝗥cie𝘆𝗶𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗃 the chara kocha su di laludi thar insale na thonul laluchi gi di lanale nyeso mathovachi gomshu joni sela mi thuisa kemi rojinda digi nga lanale tendandore te gadbe bewa ngara gave the game jewa jogos. Even if I lose my job, I'm not going to miss the special occasions. Animchi namme same sala animchi gasoke te animchi gi japju jimigi taksene 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗀𝗃 loju koisa.
마차라기 슈마기 부지디스리 되는데 남미 삼미 고갑 상포 디 난투딜레 땡아차라 시기 하블라바 슈메기 미스디스리 베스치로 데이터 디날로 손라 베데 베스치로다 텔레 신 베르 베스치로다 같이라 베로 고갑레 하셔 통면에서 슈니나 예베올레 틴디기베 다른 아차라 명아데르 모치기 나같이 라와 시기 하블라 슈메기 미스디스로 샵기자 셰제 순투니 고급 톰들로 남미 삼미 깨와 자노 세슈니라.
Someday we might not have to seek a better opportunity. That better opportunity will be in our own country, and we are all excitedly looking forward to that.
갤리푸기 아니기 차지디 명아다리 무지기 찌당마드이기 공차르 툭차르 공들리 춤비기 레나지 베올레텐디게베 테르버르 독바 민두 세미치 니기 셈글 아니비 뮤이스슈니 디나드니레 콘 라베미 차차베 디날로 튜미 차차베 개족 장자 잠불링날레 세디기 보면 상자베부터로 테르버르라 라다리 무지기 공제당하시 미세 차차베 레와디 마두페 미시니메.
But the reunion was not just about His Majesty sharing Bhutan's vision and hopes with the people and their roles in it. It was equally about an invitation to the shared journey that began with clarity.
𝗔𝗂𝗃𝗃𝗃 special administrative region semidi 𝗔𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃 𝗀𝗃𝗃 tarizumbe dyname jeramajesa. So again, I'll give you 3 reasons why we will succeed. The first, our approach is fundamentally different. Then the second reason is we have India and the whole of South Asia, sir. When we are able to position ourselves as the gateway to the subcontinent, we will succeed. And then, of course, the third, there's only been 9 countries in the world that has never been colonized, and we are one of them, sir. We have more than 2,000-3,000 years of tradition which has never been adulterated. Our sanctity is intact. Our national pride is what makes us Bhutanese, sir. The ani bendigi nangbi chudigi gyakhabnalu nangbi chudigi densa sapchibe 𝗏𝗵𝗃𝗃 𝗧𝗵𝗃𝗃 ནང་བི་གི མི་ཡུꯔི་ཡུསི་ཅིབ་གི རང་ཞི་གི ཇབ་ཅུ་ཅུང་སա ཨ་ནི་ལི་ཏེན་དེ མ་ཅིལ་དུབ་དེ་ཐོང.
The resounding message was very clear, that is, His Majesty's vision for Bhutan through the Gyalfu Mindfulness City is to secure a prosperous future for Bhutan and the Bhutanese everywhere. And it is a vision that must also include the Bhutanese living abroad, and they must have an equal stake in the GMC as their fellow Bhutanese back home. And I think in during the royal audiences, His Majesty had commanded the GMC to make a presentation as well as have a roundtable a panel discussion on the GMC so that they could respond to the questions that the Bhutanese would have about the GMC. So through these presentations, I think the Bhutanese got a very good understanding of the GMC's governance structure, its strategic plans, as well as its operations. And they were also able to see the potential for the GMC to transform the economic landscape of Bhutan.
Besides the thousands of Bhutanese dressed in their best national attire, cultural performances transformed the vast stadium into a little piece of home, Bhutan. The celebration reached its most moving moment as their Majesties went around meeting the people and listening to their stories. Once again, time stood witness to the deep and lasting bond between their Majesties and the people. The eagerly awaited royal visit showcased the extraordinary strength of the Bhutanese community. Thousands of Bhutanese from all walks of life across Australia volunteered in various capacities, a devotion in action and an expression of love for their king and queen. In participating in different works ranging from event management to transport to cultural performances, they found meaning where their service became a quiet prayer for their Majesties and the homeland.
𝗔𝗂𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 단나로 마치 𝗔𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃 레림도 𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 𝗂𝗃 𝗔𝗂𝗃𝗀𝗃 때다 잘라 재미디 송어베부들로 마치 나로 되미 성점이 심만점이 농코르유미 델렌테 같이기 텔레베브로 농코게 샵도 델렌테 차슈디 주니기 샵도 셰dom잡니기 카믹비세 때카데타라 차루베드비 있어라.
Firstly, I want to thank all the presidents of the Bhutanese associations in all the different cities in Australia, to all the coordinators for the royal visit, to the hundreds of 𝗧𝗵s who worked tirelessly, to the performers who displayed their artistic talents, and to the many hundreds of other volunteers who rendered invaluable service. But finally, I would also like to thank every Bhutanese who travelled from different parts of Australia to attend these special royal audiences. I think it is due to all of us coming together as a rather united Bhutanese community in Australia with love and reverence for our king that made this very historic maiden royal visit to Australia a resounding success.
In Perth, His Majesty the King also met with the Premier of Western Australia and other government leaders of the state of Western Australia. The royal visit to Australia remains a cherished moment, etched in the hearts of the Bhutanese community as a time of boundless love, national pride, and hope for Bhutan's future. Seeing their Majesties and the Royal Highnesses in the place now they call a second home offered them a strong sense of comfort and strength.
We will leave Australia, but a part of us will be left behind with you also, each and every single one of you. 𝗧𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗀𝗀 𝗀𝗬𝗲𝗰𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗂 𝗀𝗬𝗂𝗀𝗀𝗀. Look after yourself, look after your family, look after each other. You're in a foreign country. We have no one but ourselves. We understand each other. We know what we are all going through, sir. 𝗪𝗲𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃𝗀𝗃 𝗀𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 Otherwise, learn, sir. And bring back everything that you acquire. Bring it home, and we'll build Bhutan together, sir. Anyway, okay. Take care, sir. Thank you very much. Tupal.
His Majesty's overarching message to the Bhutanese diaspora in Australia was clear. They remain an intrinsic part of Bhutan, and their hard work, learning, and success are integral to the nation's shared future. That their sacrifices and experiences will one day return home to help build the Bhutan we all envision, a land of prosperity and opportunity, togetherness and harmony, a place we will always call home.